All right, hey teachers, Paul Kelp with STEM Plus C. We've had some questions come up on physics of flight and building this glider. And so what I got here today is just a little foam glider from Hobby Lobby, a little $3 glider. Maybe pick one of these up for your classroom just to mess around with physics of flight. But anyway, I'm gonna go through what enables this airplane to fly. So in today's world, we know it as the 4 fundamentals of flight. We have the wing produces lift, we have thrust, which in a glider case is us throwing the glider, we have the weight of the glider, and then we have drag, which is a byproduct of thrust. We also have one more force that we need, and that's called your balancing tail load. So here I'm going to put this pencil, and this pencil are representing the lift, weight, and balancing tail load. So that is how an airplane is balanced, just like this. This one here, weight, is also called our center of gravity. If we move our center of gravity too far forward, or if the center of gravity of this airplane is too far forward relative to the wing, the airplane will just nosedive down. If the center of gravity is too far aft, the airplane will just pitch up, and if it's really aft, it'll just fall back on its tail. So having your center of gravity adjusted appropriately is ideal for flight. So let's take this airplane right now. I'm going to give it a toss. And you'll notice we've already tossed this a little bit. And when I toss it here, you'll notice it noses down. So inherently, this glider, as you purchase it from Hobby Lobby, is slightly nose heavy. And I already marked the center of gravity down here. That little line, that's 25 millimeters. That's how far aft the center of gravity is on this wing. The wing is 90 millimeters chord length. So if I balance the airplane on my fingers here, it balances right there, right at those marks. That is where the center of gravity is as this airplane is. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add just a simple little lug weight. I'm gonna put it right about here to start, just to demonstrate that I indeed did move the center of gravity back. Now the center of gravity is more back here. So let's give this a toss, see if it performs any better. Here we go. It flew a little, you notice it didn't dive down this time. So it flew a little better. I'll do one more demonstration here. I'll take that little lug and I'll stick it on the very tail of the airplane so we really move that center of gravity aft. Actually didn't fly too bad. It might not be enough weight to significantly alter the moment. Let's try it again. I put it all the way aft. Yeah, you see that time it pitched up. So its center of gravity is too aft. Now, at the same time, I can take that weight, I'll put it all the way on the nose here. Won't stay on very good, but now you'll see it's definitely nose heavy. So it just wants to crash into the ground. But anyway, that is some simple physics of flight. I think Mark sent out a remind saying that you may use these kind of weights. These are wheel lug weights that you can buy on Amazon or at any Walmart or at a auto store. But really, ideally, it's best to just use your stuffed animal on your glider to adjust your center of gravity. So for instance, if this, obviously this is a very small version, but you put Snoopy on there, and if it was too far aft, you move them forward the next flight. And you just use Snoopy to adjust your center of gravity. A good rule of thumb for how far, where should my center of gravity be on the wing, is roughly 30% aft of your leading edge. So 30% aft, meaning this wing is 90 millimeters length in chord. So 30% aft would be, 30% would be 30 millimeters. So ideally, a center of gravity at about 30 millimeters right here would be perfect. But again, it's going to be all dependent on the wing that you put on your airplane for the challenge. And you'll just have to play with it. You'll have to adjust it, adjust your center of gravity, do some tosses, especially when you're prototyping. When you're prototyping with your foam board, adjust the center of gravity. It's really easy to do. Just use this Dollar Tree foam board right here for making your prototypes. And yeah, that's all I really got. If you got any questions, you can email me, you can email Mark, and you can even email Anson. Thank you. Have a good rest of the day.